It's time, traders, for a new show here. I'll revisit my Spotlight On series, which I originally started as shorts on TikTok. In this series, we're going to discuss characters, artists, stories, and social impacts of the various books that have made a difference in our hobby. We will discuss key issues, good or bad, and what makes these books stand out in the lives of so many. I wanted to start with the hero that really started this wild ride of comics, Superman. So here we go. Superman first appeared in Action Comics number 1 in 1938, published by DC Comics, and was created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster. Superman remains the single most adapted character in all of comics, being transferred to novels, cartoons, films, games, and several TV variations. Superman was born on the planet Krypton and was given the name Kal-El at birth. His parents sent him to Earth as an infant to escape the imminent destruction of his homeworld. His small ship landed near the fictional town of Smallville, where he was found and adopted by farmers Jonathan and Martha Kent, who named him Clark. Clark developed his superhuman abilities while growing up in Smallville. As an adult, Clark moves to the city of Metropolis, where he works as a journalist for the Daily Planet. Although Superman was not the first superhero character, he popularized the superhero archetype and established its conventions. With several book series to the character's credits, here are some of the most notable. Action Comics was the first book to feature the Superman character. Action was an anthology series that featured several stories, of which Superman was only one of. The title was first published in 1938 by National Allied Publications, which later became the DC Comics that we now know. Notable keys in the run are many, and read as a who's who of stellar books. Issue number 1, of course, introduces us to Superman, as well as Lois Lane, and also includes stories with Santara and Tex Thompson, who later becomes the Mr. America. Currently, Action number 1 is the highest valued comic book of all times, valued well at over $2 million, with a record CGC 9.0 sale at 2.1 million. Action number 6 gives us our first look at Jimmy Olsen as an office boy, and the first time that Superman himself was referred to as the Man of Steel. And in Action Comics number 23, this is the first appearance of Superman's ultimate foe, Lex Luthor. Lex appears as a red-headed adult and was the first mention of the Daily Planet. This book has an average raw sale of about $1,600. Issue number 29 is our first appearance of Lois Lane on the cover. Action Comics issue number 80 from November of 1944 gives us the first appearance of the interdimensional imp, Mr. Mxyzptlk, which is showing an average raw sale right in the $200 area. Up to this point, Superman had been using his superior leg muscles to leap from one location to another, and all that changed in issue 123 when Superman took to the skies, flying for the first time. We first see Kryptonite, the green rock that is the bane of Superman, in issue 161, which is now a $1,200 book. In October of 1956, Action Comics enters the Silver Age. With its first Silver Age issue, number 221, the book hovers around the $50 mark for an average raw copy. Action Comics number 241 is our first step into the Fortress of Solitude, and it's followed by issue 242, the first appearance and origin of both Brainiac and the first city of Kandor, the city in the bottle. Issue number 252 in May of 1959 is our first introduction to the original Supergirl, which is an $1,100 raw key book. The Anti-Superman Bizarro first appears in Action number 254, and in January of 1991 we get a classic cover as Superman reveals for the first time his identity to his love, Lois Lane, in issue 662. Issue 869 was a recalled issue that depicts Clark and his dad sharing a beer on the cover and hitting raw highs of around $150. The re-release of this book shows Clark drinking a soda. And Action Comics rebooted in 2011 for the New 52 series of books with a few notable books that include issue number 9, which is the second appearance of Calvin Ellis, a Superman from an alternative Earth. Superman's second series, simply titled Superman, launched the character into his own self-titled comic book, the first for any superhero, premiering with the cover date of September 1939. Between 1986 and 2006, it was retitled The Adventures of Superman, while a new series used the title Superman. In May 2006, it returned to its original title and numbering. The title was canceled with issue number 714 in 2011 and was relaunched with issue number 1 the following month, which ended its run in 2016. A fifth series with new issue number 1 was launched in July of 2018. Notable Superman keys include issue number 1, which debuted the first ever superhero single title book. It also supported the first ever pinup poster in a comic book with a classic cover by Joe Shuster, who has several iconic covers in these early Superman books. High sales of this title are reaching well over $800,000 for a raw copy. In issue number 10, we see a bald Lex Luthor for the first time. Issue 46 gives us the first ever Superboy story in the form of a flashback, with average raw sales hovering around $1,200. In November of 1949, we finished the golden age of Superman with the introduction of Kryptonite, the element that weakens the Man of Steel, in issue 61. In March of 1952, the Superman title has its first big Silver Age book with issue number 76. It has a laundry list of key points. This issue was the first time Batman appeared in a Superman book. It's the first Batman on the cover of a Superman book with Superman, and Clark and Bruce Wayne learn each other's secret identity for the first time. This book is seeing high average raw sales in the $700 range, with a graded 6.0 hitting over $1,200. In issue 147, we get introduced to the Legion of Supervillains for the first time. The first, Death of Superman, issue 149, written by Jerry Siegel, is also the first time we see Barry Allen, the Flash, in a Superman title. Issue number 158, Superman disguises himself as Nightwing, bringing the character name into canon for the first time. This is a $175 raw book. Superman Keys finished the Silver Age with a highly sought-after book in issue 199. This is the first race between Flash and Superman, which ends in a tie. A highly sought-after book reaching high sales of around $1,000. The 1987 series Superman Volume 2 includes some fun notable keys as well. Number 9 sports a classic John Byrne cover with a Joker-infested Superman. Issue number 73 is the second cameo of Doomsday as they build up to the death of Superman. Issue 74, Superman's first battle with Doomsday, and it's followed by issue number 75, Death of Superman, the book that is known to have broken comics in the 1990s with a print run of 6 million issues sold. Running concurrently with Superman Volume 2, The Adventures of Superman, the newly renamed title, began in 1987 with a few notable key issues. Issue number 424 relaunches the title under its new name with the first appearance of Cat Grant and Samuel Lane. Issue number 463 is the fifth Superman vs. Flash race, this time against Wally West, who won. The book regularly sees $20 raw sales. Issue number 465 is the first issue with Hank Henshaw, who becomes the cyborg Superman. And the milestone issue 500 gives us first several key appearances, including the first cameo appearance by John Henry, who later becomes the hero Steel, the first cameo appearance of Superboy Connor Kent, first cameo appearance of Cyborg Superman, formerly Hank Henshaw, the first cameo appearance of the Eradicator. Each of these characters claimed to be Superman and were introduced fully in separate issues, and they all went on sale the same day. And of course there's a somber issue, number 596. It reflects the real-life tragedies from September 11, 2001. This book has interior art that depicts LexCorp towers smoldering from an attack with eerie similarities to the visuals of September 11, 2001 terror attacks on the Twin Towers. The issue was coincidentally delivered on September 12th of 2001 with a statement from DC who offered to accept returns on the books, an offer which most retailers declined. With Superman's nearly century-long history, there are several other notable keys. He appeared in many other titles along the way. Some of these include More Fun Comics number 31, which is noted as the first ever appearance of the Man of Steel, as he appears in a black and white advertisement for Action Comics number 1, and this is a $2,500 book. Triumph Comics number 772 is Superman's UK debut and is a $2,200 book. The New York World's Fair number 2, the first cover appearance with Batman and Robin, is a solid $1,400 book. All-Star Comics number 7 is the first story that includes both Superman and Batman as they become honorary members of the JSA. The collector's edition C56 is a famous cover where Superman fights boxer Muhammad Ali. And Superman Red Sun is an alternate origin of the Man of Steel, where he landed in Russia and became a ward of the Soviet state. There you go, traders. I hope you enjoyed our look at the Man of Steel and our spotlight on some great books and history that this character's been part of. Please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video and what you'd like to see in future videos as well. Till next time, traders.